The alarm buzzed at 5:30 a.m., piercing the quiet stillness of the early morning. Marcus groaned, rolling over in bed and slapping his hand against the snooze button. He had made a promise to himself the night before. Today would be different. He had laid out his workout clothes. Please subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for new update. Planned a healthy breakfast and set his alarm to give himself ample time to start the day right. Yet, as the warmth of his bed wrapped around him, the resolve he'd felt the night before seemed distant and faint. It had always been like this. Marcus had big dreams. He wanted to start his own business, get in shape, and improve his personal relationships. But the gap between dreaming and doing seemed insurmountable. His mornings often started with good intentions and ended with guilt over what he hadn't accomplished. He needed discipline, not fleeting motivation. That afternoon, Marcus decided he was done letting his lack of discipline define him. He texted his best friend, Elena, "Can we meet? I need your advice. I'm tired of being stuck." She responded almost immediately, "Of course." Coffee shop at 6. When Marcus arrived, Elena was already seated with her laptop open and a half-empty mug of tea in front of her. She smiled as he slid into the seat across from her. "So, what's going on?" she asked, closing her laptop to give him her full attention. Marcus sighed. "I just feel like I'm going in circles. I set goals. I get excited, and then I sabotage myself. I'm always looking for motivation, but it never lasts." Elena nodded thoughtfully. "That's because motivation is unreliable. It's great for starting, but it's not what keeps you going. Discipline is what bridges the gap between your goals and your results." "Okay, but how do I build that?" Marcus leaned forward, eager for answers. "Start small," she said. "Pick one area to focus on and break it into manageable steps. Then commit to showing up every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes." The next morning, Marcus set his alarm for 5:30 a.m. Again, this time, he resisted the temptation to hit snooze. Instead, he swung his legs over the side of the bed, grabbed his workout clothes, and headed out for a 10-minute walk. The air was crisp, and the streets were quiet. As he walked, he felt a small surge of pride. It wasn't much, but it was a start. Over the next few weeks, Marcus focused on building small, consistent habits. He started meal prepping on Sundays to avoid the temptation of fast food during the week. He set aside 15 minutes every evening to work on his business idea. He even began journaling each night, reflecting on his progress and setting intentions for the next day. There were days when he stumbled. Some mornings he overslept. Other times he skipped his evening routine in favor of mindlessly scrolling through social media. But instead of letting these slip-ups derail him, Marcus remembered Elena's advice. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Each time he fell off track, he made a conscious effort to course correct. As the months went by, Marcus began to notice subtle changes. His energy levels improved, his confidence grew, and he found himself approaching challenges with a new sense of determination. Tasks that once felt daunting now seemed manageable. He was becoming someone who followed through. One evening, Marcus received a text from Elena. "Proud of you. Let's celebrate soon." He smiled, realizing how far he'd come. More importantly, he understood that this journey wasn't about reaching a specific destination. It was about cultivating a mindset and a way of living that would sustain him through whatever challenges lay ahead.